Hey Jason,
Hey Kai,
how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Are you at your house?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wanted to get back before sunset.
yeah. I don't blame you. It's not getting any better.
It's nice. It's actually kind of nice down there compared to what
Down
it's
where?
like up here.
Oh, really?
Mm.
It's pretty slick up here on Bragg Hill Road.
Yeah, that's kind of elevated.
Yep. Um, yeah. What do you think of the map? I had a tough time finding exactly where these lots are. I think I told you. They're up
Yeah, I can't
on
remember if I was talking to you or Mike, and I kind of spelled it out. It's
they're on Lockwood Brook.
well, this Jason Morrell owns two lots. One of them's on Lockwood Brook, then the other one is back. It's not part of Lockwood Brook, and they have a right of way through like 850 German flats. It's like
So,
right across the street from the school.
oh, okay.
And that's why it's in that back corner of that lot.
Oh, okay. And then lot eight, where they're proposing to get the water, is that lot off of Lockwood Brook?
Yeah, that's part of Jason Morel's. That's Jason Morel's other lot.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to keep looking at maps. I'll catch you here in a second.
Where's Clyde? Is he out in Montana again? Somewhere, yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't look like there's many people down at the town buildings there.
No, it's no weather's a little sketchy. Jim, you
Yeah.
hear us?
Yes, can you see us?
Yes. Is
Hey
that you and
guys.
Daniel? You and Daniel there?
Yep, we're here. Yeah.
George, Eve, Jason.
We got a quorum. Yeah, we have a quorum and, oh, actually. Oh, this is Mike. We need three for a quorum, so.
Mike was going to try to make it. He said the roads were a little, if the roads were a little, if he wasn't going to make it. I don't think he has good internet up there on Murphy Road.
Someone just pulled in, so. Yeah, somebody just pulled in, we'll give them a minute. It's not Guy, and it's not Jay.
It's the stream development water line.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at this here, and I'm looking at that there, and it's just so tiny.
I think, yeah, that was the one that I wasn't clear on,
I
but
got my
it is,
magnifying glass out trying to read some of this.
because it goes up and over. Wow.
I'm happy to share the plan and zoom right in if you guys have any specific questions when the time comes, so.
Yeah,
Yes.
George, that'd be good. I can't tell really where we are on this map.
Yep, no, let me pull up the ANR atlas while we're waiting, so it's easier to see the surrounding area here.
Perfect.
Just pass by. There's three vehicles, plus another one out there. That could be
Madison,
somebody parking in the parking lot. Which is really just a convenient place for one of the neighbors to park. At least that's what it seems to be,
you parking right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, you ready?
Yes, I guess we will get started. Welcome everyone to the January 7th, 2025 Face and Development Review Board meeting. Let's try to do this in the correct order this time. Today, we have myself, Daniel Young, the chair. Member Jim Dunkersloot. I always wanna add a V. It's the Hope College Flying Dutchman in me. And Kai Kloisich, member of the board, and Jason, who is the zoning administrator in town. We don't have any alternates tonight, so we do have a quorum, the member of with 3 members, so we can hold the meeting. Unless the applicant would like more members here, which I'm guessing.
Unless you think there's some
No, I think it's.
good reason to do that.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah. So, let's see here. So let's start off with old business. We have the approval of the December 3rd, 2024 minutes. Did anyone see any issues, like any modifications or changes to those minutes?
No, not here.
Yeah, they look fine to me.
Yeah, I wasn't here, so I have no input.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're
Another
right.
meeting.
You're absolutely
Good
right.
point. Good point.
So I make a motion?
A
Do I have to make
second,
a motion to approve the minutes?
yes, yeah, a second. Hearing no objection, actually, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Hearing no objection, the motion passes. The December 3rd, 2024 minutes are approved. Let's see here. So today, we do have one application on. Are there any interested parties present that would like to be noted as such? We have an applicant in the building with us, Mr. Morel. But are there any other interested parties? Okay, that makes that easy. Let's see here, that being the case. No interested parties. I will administer the oath to anyone who's going to speak today. So after I read this, just say I do or yes, or acknowledge it. I hereby swear that the evidence I give in the cause under consideration shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do.
And we
Yeah.
have Mike Quenville here now. So we have our fourth member, so that's good.
If you're at fault, you know.
So on On the agenda for tonight is application number 3919, which is the Morel conditional use approval. Seeking approval of development within 100 feet of the stream buffer, but outside of the 50-foot buffer strip, and development on slopes greater than 15%. So I guess we'll get started on that. George, if you want to go ahead.
Sure. So, yeah, what we're looking at here is, well, actually, Kai had mentioned he wasn't exactly sure where we're talking about here. So let me see if I can share my screen. Jason, can you turn sharing on or ask me to send a request? You're muted, brother. Okay, I think it's on
They gotta
now.
do that. They gotta do that over there.
Oh, they gotta do that over here.
I thought I
Alright.
was a guest host, but I guess not.
I think,
It should work now.
Yep.
I think.
let's see.
Hi, isn't it?
Let me try sharing this one and see what happens. Are you looking at the A&R Atlas?
Yes.
Aerial image? Okay, so we're off of German Flats Road. This is Mount Ellen Road here, Hollow Road and Manlin Road, and Lockwood Brook curling up. So we are off of German Flats Road. It's a previous subdivision. I believe it was the Feintisches, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But the lot we're looking at is right in this area. So if I highlight it there in blue, that's the lot in question. This is actually two lots as it's highlighted on the screen, because Jay Morel owns both this lot and the existing house lot he's got off of Lockwood Brook Road. So they've been merged in the Atlas. But the area we're focusing on is in this corner of the property. So it's accessed via a right-of-way off of German Flats Road, coming through between 849 and 851 German Flats along this property line here.
And then where is that spot, George, where lot 8 is, where that water was gonna go up to then? Just to reference.
That's in this area here.
Okay. Got it.
Perfect. And I'll share my screen back up when well, actually I'll just keep sharing it. Why not? We'll just open up the map and I'll switch screens and okay, so here is a copy of the site plan. So you can see this corner of the lot here is that corner we were looking at in the A&R Atlas. So this is lot 3 of the previous subdivision. It was originally created back in the 70s, and when that lot was originally envisioned, it had a house site that was hanging out over the top of bank for the stream buffer. We actually show that approximate house location here that was per the originally approved plans. So what we're looking to do is establish a new building envelope that respects the stream buffer setbacks from the top of that bank, as well as for associated infrastructure. So we've got the proposed driveway coming in through and the proposed leach field on the east side of the property here. That has not changed from the original permitted plan in the 70s. In addition to establishing a building envelope, we've got construction of a water line. So that's this hatched area that runs through here. The originally designed and permitted well was in this location. There's a small W there with a couple circles around it that you can see. So that was on the opposite side of the stream from the house. And also some regulations have changed. The wastewater system for the White Horse Inn, which is the adjacent property to the west, this German Flats Road LLC, their leach field is right around in this vicinity here. So back when this was originally permitted, it was only a 125-foot circle from the well. So arguably, from a water and wastewater perspective, you could still drill the well, but it's really not a good idea. So Jay had previously drilled the well for his adjacent lot on Lockwood Brook Road, and it's got really good yield and water quality. So we're proposing to tap into that existing well, abandon the previously proposed well site, and come down the bank, do a stream crossing, and feed that into the new proposed house on lot 3. There are some disturbances obviously within the stream buffer and on some steep slopes for that drilled well, but arguably it's actually less disturbance than if we drilled the previously approved well, because in order to get a drill rig over here, you've got to build a temporary road over the stream in order to get the drill rig out there. With the proposal that we're looking at here, if we can get a mini excavator out through here to dig a pretty minor ditch while weaving through the trees, and have a lot less disturbances within that stream buffer than if we were trying to actually get a drill rig out here. So I think that's the gist of it. We've provided some notes on the plan here, as well as in the application materials for how the stream crossing for the water line will occur. We've provided a couple different options depending on what time of year we're drilling it and how that goes through. One of them is a directional boring technique where we dig a hole on either side of the stream and directional bore underneath. The other is to temporarily divert the stream for less than a day so that we can install that water line and then replace everything. And then remove those temporary barriers and allow that stream to reestablish there. And then in the rest of the application package, we've addressed kind of all the erosion control details and conditional use criteria that I'd be happy to go into more detail on if anyone has any specific questions.
So show me the stream, George, please.
The stream,
Yes.
that is this dashed line here that runs through the notch in these contours. So it runs through here. If you can see that. And then we had some pictures of that in the town application, because I think it shows you can pretty well get through there without a lot of cutting of trees or tree clearances. So this is a photo of that stream here. If you can see, it's a couple feet wide, but it's not like it's a big gusher. It's probably more perennial, and it's going to obviously see some spring runoff, but I'd imagine there's a lot of times of the year where that's pretty dry. This is the course looking up the hill from the stream, orange flag with the water line route going up the hill. And then this is a continuation of that path going up the hill. You can see it's a pretty mature forested area, so it would be fairly straightforward to get through there with a small excavator without having to do a lot of clearing.
And then, as far as the other side, what is the plan for getting up that? Is it the same thing, or is it
Which, yeah, the
steeper side?
steeper, those were photos of the steeper side.
Oh, okay.
So this was, let me go back to here. This was from lot 3 headed toward lot 8. So this is going away from the stream up the steep slope toward the existing drilled well. So this picture right here is in this general area where you see proposed 1-inch PE water line.
The driveway. Proposed driveway.
Proposed driveway will be very minimal impacts to steep slopes. Now you can see here, we'll be continuing off of the existing driveway that serves the Feintisch lot through an existing right-of-way. This is primarily, I'm not sure how the colors come through on your TV over there, but there's one small section of steeper than 15% right in here. The rest of it is all less than 15%.
And that exits egress and ingress from
That
German Flat-
exits, let me open up the other part here. So that comes through, we're off of German Flats Road, right in the area of my cursor here. Then there's a Y that feeds 849 to the east and 851 to the west coming this way. And then we'll continue straight through kind of perpendicular or parallel to the property line out into the new house site right here.
So these are not roads, these are all private driveways, correct?
Correct.
Were you aware of the letter from, the neighbor about the driveway?
I did not see a letter. I'm
No,
aware
that
that-
just came today.
Yeah,
So yeah, I've not seen the letter. I do know that the landowner, Feintish, did contact Gunner and talk about hoping that that driveway could hug the property line as much as possible, so it wasn't going right through his dooryard. But I did not see a letter that came in today, no.
well, I'll read it quickly, if that's okay.
Yep.
Please be aware that when lot 3 was sold by Lindy Fetish to the owner, the first owner from New Jersey, he agreed that a green wall of trees would be planted by him and the access to lot 3 would be behind the wall. The owner planted about 10 white pines at the time, 6 feet tall. And after many years, the tree had grown about to 50 feet. When the owner sold to Zaus, the new owner, cut down one of the white pines, number four tree, to get access to store a snowplow about 7 feet wide. He never informed me that a tree would be cut down. Also, he made the access on my land instead of behind the green wall, which starts lower than the existing driveway. The actual access to lot 3 starts from lot 1. Any further clarification, email me. So it's a little convoluted, the way it's written here, but I guess you really have to get and look at it on the site plan to see. So in essence, then, what he's saying was, when properties were sold to protect his privacy, because you can see his house, the existing house right there is his.
Yep.
That would be Feintish, I believe, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you see his driveway comes through there.
I do.
That's his existing driveway that's listed there.
Yep.
Right? So, he was looking for a green wall, basically for privacy, I guess. Which, happens, and the white pines grew tall over the years. Somebody cut one down. So,
Yeah, the white pines were pretty common for screening trees back in the day, but they grow too tall too fast now, so they
exactly,
don't provide much screening.
they don't work as a buffer anymore, so,
Yeah.
I would encourage, either Jason, the landowner, or you, or somebody to communicate with, Jack Feintish and, see exactly what he's looking for. He doesn't really state what he's looking for. He just states what happened in the past and what was agreed upon, so.
Understood, and I think we've put Jason in contact with that landowner so that they can work out something that's amenable for both of them.
Yeah, for screening, more or less, is what he's looking for.
Yep, and I think that's in Jason's best interest too. Nobody wants a house in there.
Works for you? Works for
Yeah,
him.
absolutely.
Yeah, hold you. Okay. All right. I have more
Jason, Jason, you mentioned that on this new map that you sent out today, that there was trees like written in it, but drawn on it, but I don't see any proposed trees on that map.
Tree line.
Yeah, we've got a proposed tree line along those limits of disturbance. So that's this kind of half circle line.
So that may be a planted tree line. It's
But
some,
it's a limits of clearing basically, because it's an undeveloped lot at the time. So that's a buffer to remain between the property line and the proposed development.
gotcha. And speaking of buffer, then that 50-foot buffer between the top of stream bank and the building envelope, will that remain undisturbed forest as is?
Correct, minus the water line, which will be a pretty minuscule thing, but yes, we've limited that limits of disturbance and proposed tree line to the 50-foot buffer from the top of bank, so there will be no clearing or other site disturbances other than the water line within that 50-foot buffer.
Okay, and the owner knows that he can't go in there and cut that out?
I believe he does, yes.
Okay,
He does now.
The old house site. That's gonna be abandoned
Yes,
right there, correct?
here, correct.
Was there any thought about the proposed new house? Just shifting it to, I don't know which way it is, they're looking at it on a map to the left, it looks like it's shifting it west possibly. To get you away from the steep slopes in that corner?
To the west, we've still got that top of bank stream buffer, so that this bold dashed line here is the
Alright,
50-foot stream buffer setback.
how about to the north then, towards the driveway?
We're establishing a building envelope, so the building envelope, let me see if I can draw a line here. We've got a 25-foot property line setback that runs along this line. And then a septic easement setback that runs through there. So the building envelope is restricted by stream setbacks on the west, a property line setback to the northwest, which is this line here, and septic setback to the east. So this red line here is what we're looking for a building envelope. So the house site will go somewhere within this box, but we can't go much further to the north due to the property line right here, this bold black double dash line. That is,
Seeing if we could get out of the pink area, the corner, the southeast corner, I guess that is down there. Alright.
Yep.
And the driveway meets that 10-foot buffer to the property line?
I believe so, yes. I don't know if we're showing that on the plan here. We have underground power coming through. But yes, I think we do, because this is 25 feet from the property line to this red line with a 12-foot driveway. So we're about 12 feet also from the property line.
How would you classify that area of the driveway near the house? Would you classify that as a parking area?
Turnaround. So the idea would be parking in front of the house, turn around and go forward down the driveway.
so that turnaround doesn't matter if that's within the 10 feet setback for the driveway?
Yeah, it does.
Because we had that issue with another project. I think it was with a turnaround too close to the property line.
Okay.
Yeah, we had another application where we struggled with the approval of encroaching upon that 10-foot to the property line. Which the turnaround as proposed does do.
And it was a concern with the neighbor with that, as I recall.
Yes, on the other application, correct? Yes.
What would you typically do with that, George? Would you normally just stuff that thing in there within 10 feet, within that buffer, or that was?
That's typically what we do, but if that has historically been an issue, I'm sure there's a way we could reconfigure that driveway to adjust the turnaround accordingly. And whether that approval was contingent upon, a revised site plan showing a revised turnaround, or if you wanted just to make that a condition that we don't know exactly where the house is going to go, it's going somewhere within this envelope, but if we included a condition in the approval that, when it actually gets built, the turnaround must be at least 10 feet from the property line, or however you wanted to handle that. But yes, typically we would do something like we're showing here, but we could certainly revise that. It's not set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with this application, so anything would help to get it out of that buffer zone.
Okay, I don't think that should be a big deal.
George, what's your experience with boring under streams?
It's not too difficult. I would say in this instance, it's probably less disturbance to temporarily divert the stream because it's not like it's a, 20-foot wide gushing with 3 feet of water. I'd guess that if they timed construction appropriately, this thing's going to be pretty dry.
Mhm.
So certainly we could directional bore underneath it if when they want to build it, this thing is really gushing. But I think it would be less disturbance to just divert that temporarily. We're talking about less than a day's worth of work here. It's not like it's going to be diverted for a week.
Mhm.
Got to dig a 2-foot ditch and get it 6 feet deep, add some sleeving and maybe some concrete, and then replace everything. So that's certainly an option, but I think more than likely they'll do the temporary diversion option.
Mhm. And the concrete would be for what? Just to support that conduit under the stream, or?
But yeah, protect from freezing, protect from any kind of settling. Protect if there is, a break in the water line or something goes through, it's protected by that concrete and you're not commingling surface water with potable water. So
Mhm.
Does all of that flow down to Locker Brook?
I'm not actually sure. Let's take a peek here.
Yeah,
I think it does.
somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's the map I wanted to see, the overview map. Yeah.
Yeah, Slide Brook. So it runs down this way. This is kind of an unnamed tributary that runs down through. And then it connects with the Slide Brook, which,
Goes down past the school and the barn.
heads down toward the Mad River. Or the Chase Brook even. We got all kinds of named brooks here.
Yeah, because I thought it was Locker Brook. That's the way.
Yeah, we go from Lockwood to Slide to Chase.
That's right, Lockwood joins up with another one, right?
Yeah.
Chase. Yeah, and Chase down in there. Okay. What else? Let's see.
Chase Brook is on the other side of the Chandler Flats.
Yeah, on the, coming up, it'd be on the left, yeah. Across from the school, in the back there. 50-foot buffer right there. Driveway. So as drawn, George, what's the square footage of the proposed site, house site? you know that?
Building envelope.
Yeah, well, not the envelope, the actual house site.
Not determined yet.
The
Right.
physical footprint of the structure.
Yep,
It's it's a placeholder. I don't think they
Yeah.
have a zoning permit. This is more of a placeholder establishing a building envelope.
Correct. Yeah, we're looking for approval for the building envelope itself, which is this red highlighted zone.
Yeah.
I can give you the area of that. We're a 30 scale plan. So. Uh, 5,400 square feet plus or minus.
That's way under the minimum or maximum.
yeah,
Way under.
anybody else?
And the minimum, it's 25,000, right, is the max?
I believe so, 'cause it's rural residential.
Yeah, so that's, yep, much smaller.
I mean, they are kind of limited to this small area in the corner of the lot. There's steep slopes everywhere else.
Yeah, between the stream setback, the steep slopes, the 20-foot setback for the wastewater on the uphill and side. It can't really get any bigger.
You guys are applying for a wastewater permit amendment?
Yes, we will need to do that because we're going to tap into that existing water water supply. So we'll need to revise that permit to show that we're connected to that existing drilled well. But like I said, it's a great producer and it's got really good water quality, so no concerns there. But we will need to dot the i's and cross the t's once we've got the house site approved.
And does this 3-lot subdivision have any Act 250 stuff?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
I didn't see any either.
Yeah, no, the 3 lots back in the day would not have triggered anything. There was a weird rule back when that was like 2,000 feet of road or 1,800 feet of road, but we are nowhere near that. And so no triggers from back when.
And then upon approval, I will have to rename for E911, if this is approved, this 3-lot driveway is gonna become a private road.
New E911s, everybody will love that.
So yeah, so Jason and Jack and whoever the third homeowners might want to communicate on some road names.
We'll make them aware of that and put them in touch so they can figure something out. Lockwood Brook and Slag Brook are taken, so.
Yeah, it's one lot.
Hey, Jason, question for you. At what point does that become a road instead of a driveway?
Well,
Like, what
it
criteria?
would be treated as a road for zoning purposes until that right of way completely enters Mr. Morel's lot. Because any road right of way access that is used to access more than one lot is used as a road for zoning purposes according to our LURs. But there's nothing here that's really.
Didn't we have an issue in the past, though, that multiple houses on the same road triggered larger setbacks?
It could, but I mean everything here is completely existing. That Mr. Fintish's house looks like it's 65 feet from his drive. I mean, I'm not gonna really go by that turnaround. I'm gonna go by where that road is. I'm not gonna go by that turnaround area. I'm gonna go by the actual road. And Mr. Fintish's looks like he's pretty close to 65 feet, just eyeballing it.
Yeah, this is a 50-foot right of way here, so where
Yeah.
the road itself is aired to the other side, so we've got 35 feet or so from the edge of the road to the right of way, and then another 60 plus from the edge of the right of way itself to the house. So
And then once it enters Morel's lot, it's a driveway entirely. So
And then is there one other house on that driveway down towards
a
German?
little farther north.
there is, but it wise off, so the only shared portion is about I'm gonna guess a 75-foot stretch from German Flats down to where it wise. And then one driveway curves to the east and the Fintish driveway comes through the west.
And then that house is more than 65 feet too. So I just didn't want to get into we've had that issue too, where driveway becomes a road, then all of a sudden there's houses that are within the setback. So this
Yep.
looks like that wouldn't be a problem here.
Correct.
What's the blue area? Is that a little pond there?
And White Horse Inn.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm not sure whose house that is, but yeah, it's a little pond on the uphill side.
Right by the White Horse
Yeah.
That's the
Inn.
White Horse.
Oh, that's the White Horse. That's right. Because yeah, the leach field is right in here.
Application.
Yeah, there it is.
so Jason,
Go ahead.
we approved the building envelope. And then proposed to build the steep slope, so they have to come back to us again.
No, you'd have approved the building envelope.
I'm just worried a little bit about that pink area there.
Is that really steep slopes or is that more like ledge or is it more geologic?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
stone wall coming through here. I think I'm not convinced that's 100% natural. I think that might be a little more man-made. There's the stone wall coming through. Part of this is it looks like a remnant because we've got a break in these lines. So that might have been an error in our CAD program because our 2-foot contour runs right through here. So I think I'm not convinced that that's entirely 100% natural, and it is pretty de minimis in any case.
Right, but the index says it's, the color.
Yeah, the color,
Right.
you're correct. Yeah, we probably should have taken a closer look at that as we were getting stuff going through here. But yeah, this certainly about half of this pink area seems like
So
it's glitched in the
25%.
CAD program. And then over, yeah, I think, and I'm not sure that's, even though it's a little steeper with this stone wall and what's going through here, I think that may have been from some previous land disturbance going on, and the rest of the area is so flat. I wouldn't be surprised if those are not natural steep slopes.
So, but that would be the 25 foot or greater area, correct? According to the index,
Yes,
25 to 40.
Now, most of that proposed house site, is it sitting in a green? I'm looking at a laptop, so coloring's a little weird. It's sitting mostly in a green zone, right?
yes, it's
Can't tell
97% green, correct.
Can't tell the difference between the green and the yellow.
I do have, there is a prior version of the plan that doesn't have all the limits of disturbance and proposed tree line, but the colors are a little bolder, if that helps.
He's got all the details on the side, so he's got motion control measures. He's got LAC 250. He's got permanent amendment. He's gonna clean up the.
Yeah, so if it is 25 foot plus, how, I guess, yeah, we're just here to approve the building envelope, but to build on that would be a challenge.
I don't think so, because it's such a small, it's kind of like more of a hummock in the ground. It's not like we're building on the entire bank of blue or red
Right.
over here. That would not be, the kind of erosion control and other concerns through here for such a small portion of that. Again, as I said, it's going to be pretty de minimis. It's not going to cause any construction issues. being outside of that 50-foot stream buffer with meeting all the requirements of the low risk handbook, there's not going to be any degradation to stream quality or erosion control through there. Because it is, like I said, such a small piece of the overall envelope. And we're surrounded entirely by really, really gentle slope. So it's a small kind of dip in the landscape or a
Yes, it
hummock.
is. Yep.
And you can see on
Okay.
either side, we're green over here, we're green on the downhill side, we're green parallel to it, green on the uphill side. So it's just a small depression or small jump in the topography versus building on a really steep bank where it could snowball into further issues downhill.
Okay, thank you.
And George, I see you don't bring the limited disturbance symbol all the way across the bottom of that building envelope. You say it's concurrent with the silt fence?
Oh, yeah, no, it looks like we accidentally turned that. So yes, it will be concurrent with the silt fence. You're correct. So that this 4 line here, it does look. So that silt fence will extend along the low side of the house site back to where it meets up with that water line crossing here in blue.
Could we draw the limit of disturbance across there just so there's no question? I guess another concern of mine would be just building that close to that buffer. There's not a lot of room in there. Just to highlight that.
Absolutely, we can add that limited disturbance on the downhill side of the house site concurrent with the silt fence. I'm making a note right now.
Because that will be tight, that bottom corner, if that's indeed where that house was, with constructing that and staying out of that limited disturbance or within the limited disturbance. So that would be one of my biggest concerns, would be that corner and getting into that buffer.
Yep, and yeah, we've got the proposed tree line there to ensure that no clearing occurs past it, but we can provide an updated copy of the site plan that has that limited disturbance layer highlighted so that that is continuous along the downhill side as well. That's no problem at all.
Questions, I guess.
Kai, you good?
Yeah, I don't have any other questions.
Parties or others? We don't have to, there'll be no questions from the floor, so.
No interested parties, right?
Thank you for coming out tonight and telling us about the project. We'll have a decision in 45 days.
What? I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear you there. We're all good?
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, I just said thank you for coming out and presenting your project, and we'll have a decision out to you in 45 days or hopefully less.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Apologies I couldn't be there in person, but with the roads as they were, I figured I'd just zoom in and take it easy. So
See you, George.
have a good night, guys. Thank you all.
Appreciate it, George. Who's PFAP?
Good question. Peter? Is that Peter? Who's Eve Silverman?
That requires
Okay,
Hey, can you hear me? It's PFAP.
Can I get your name?
Edward Adamy. I'm the guy, the family that's looking to buy the land that they just presented the project from.
Oh, all right. Um,
And
You
who's
guys-
each-
you guys good on this thing? You guys want to vote to close the hearing on 3919 or?
I think we're,
yeah, make
Yeah.
a motion to close it.
You guys
Second.
never moved to deem the application complete.
Yeah, we talked about that.
we mentioned that, but. yeah,
Do it now.
it's- do I hear a motion to deem the application complete?
I make a motion to deem of application 3919 complete.
I wasn't here for. Second.
Tom, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing no objection, the motion passes. Application is complete. And then do I hear a motion to close the hearing on application 3919?
I do have one question. Was the person that is thinking about buying that parcel, does he have anything to offer?
I was
Third
just
time.
dialing in to listen and everything sounded, I only caught the back end. I just got the link to the meeting tonight, but I mean, yeah, from our end, we're looking to build, a small high performance house in the land. It's ideal for us, family of 6, but with 4 young children and faced in school, and we're from the Vermont area, so we're finally getting to return home, and just happened to find what appears to be the absolute perfect spot for us. So we appreciate you guys looking at it. That's it. Over.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
Again,
Yeah,
Make a motion to close?
yeah, do I hear a motion to close application 3919?
I make a motion.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing no objection, motion to close the hearing on application number 3919 is approved. And that will, with that, the open session of the January 7th, 2025 Development Review Board meeting is done.
Daniel, you should go over to the computer and you should be able to make me like guest host, and then I can pause the recording for the next items on the agenda. I did something where I should be able to do that.
Jason,
Jason or Ann Wilson?
Jason.
Yeah. I was gonna pay the fee. I don't know how much it is. I can leave a check here or something. What would you prefer? Is there a fee for this meeting?
No.
No.
That's perfect
You're
then.
gonna hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty certain that that's taken care of. That was
I
done.
thought that's what Gunnar told me, was that I should.
Yeah, that's
bring
part
it.
of making the application complete.
Okay,
I went
Perfect.
through all that in there, I saw it.
okay. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
I'm gonna sign
So-
off, guys, unless you need me.
Okay,
Well, whatever happens that we may need you for, I'll fill you in and hook you up.
Okay, thanks. Good night,
Thank
guys.
you.
so.
So the next item should be discussing the alternate thing, right?
Yeah,
I think we should go to executive session to discuss that, to discuss personnel matters.
Well, before that. Should we make a list for Gunner about what we asked for, changing the
Well,
turnaround?
I think let's do this and then we'll go into actual deliberation, because I'll have to come out of recording for you guys to make a decision on the alternate stuff.
Okay, all right. You're the boss.
so who do we have Don, right? So
We're back.
this point, I guess, as far as a discussion of the candidates for the vacant alternate position, seeing as how we, the weather and there being no one here, today because of the weather, we're going to, I guess the decision is to extend our search until, after town meeting day and continue advertising and reaching out to people to see if we can get some additional, some additional candidates. Interested in it and take this matter up again at a later meeting.
Very good, very vague, very good.
And now I think the agenda says we go into deliberation, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yep. Mhm.
Yep.